hello to everybody. No, they're on the camera, dude. No. You said hey. All right, guys, here we go. It's pretty out here. I tell you what, we're in the sun. It's like 90 degrees today. It's like 90 degrees today. It's hot. There ain't that many clouds in the sky. One thing about being a mobile mechanic, man, you have to plan your stuff, man. You can't be working in these 90-degree days, you know, trying to spend an hour in 90 degrees. It's not healthy, for one. You get a heat stroke out here. It's hot. And this is not even hot weather. It's going to get hotter. We're going to move this truck. We're going to find some shade. Yeah, we're rolling in the grass. Hayes is rolling in the grass, and I'm going to back this bad boy up in the shade. Oh my God, it's like 20 degrees cooler in the shade. So, yeah, man, don't do that. That's craziness. It makes you look like a slave, too. You don't want to be a slave. It makes you look like a slave, out there slaving in the sun. No, man. Organize your stuff. You're in charge out here. This is your job. You put the vehicle where you need to put it. Put it in front of your truck. Let down the tailgate. Let that be your workbench. And always maneuver the truck. If you got to spend an extra 5 minutes on flipping the vehicle around so you can get comfortable, man, do it. It's worth it. It's worth it. Don't be lazy. So she said the key is over here somewhere. She hid it. She says it's in the mat. There ain't no mat. In the back. Unless she meant the front. She hit it really good. I have to read that text again. She says it's underneath the mat on the truck. I don't see. Oh, this is a mat. Oh, yes, that's a mat. It didn't even look like a mat to me. I thought it was part of the truck. Okay, let's move this truck. Right about there. That's the sweet spot right there. Turn this car up because I don't want to get it hot. It looks like there's a fuse that's going to be blown for my scan tool to work. I know which fuse it is, so I'm going to go ahead and pop in another fuse and let's read trouble codes because the check engine light is on. So, you know, we're going to get that checked out as well. Okay, let's get it, y'all. Pop the hood. If I have the right, yeah, it went up to 8 volts. Yeah, it went up to 8.4, so there's no problem there. So I'm going to get in my truck, turn on the AC, and get this invoice typed up for, we're actually on my scan tool and do it. All data is on there. I hit a pothole yesterday, so my tools got destroyed. Everything just got destroyed. I can't even open up that drawer all the way. So I got to clean my toolbox. That's another hour of my day. So anyways, let's get on all data. All right, we just got our parts delivered. She's leaving now. She's leaving right now. There she goes. So yeah, it's cool that the parts store delivers to you as a mobile tech, and that'll come once you start using the same parts store and you use the same sales guy and get connected, and build a relationship with your parts house, and they'll start delivering parts. You got to spend the money to do that, but as long as they see you're a hustler and you're a worker and you're on there talking, you're buying parts, and man, they're going to make it happen for you. All right, so we got 8 spark plugs, and we're getting the original equipment AC Delco Iridium spark plugs. So these are the high mileage spark plugs. We also got a set of wires that we're going to be putting on it. I want to mention what I like to do, and I've been doing stuff like this since the beginning, is when I have a job and the customer's not there, what I like to do is go ahead and make a little short video. It doesn't have to be a YouTube video, man, just a little 15-20 second clip, and send it to your customer. You got the parts out, here's your new parts, And it just builds a little bit of trust. Even though my trust was there anyways, it's still to have them feeling better. Yeah, did he do it? So there won't be any questions if did he really change that part in case something else happens. You got your parts changed. And I showed him there, and I showed him there a little short clip of the old ones and the new spark plug wires, and I just sent it to her. And done deal, man. Builds trust. And even if they're not here and you don't do a video, at least box up the old parts and put them in the front seat, in the front on the floorboard or something, or on the back seat. Wrap it up in a bag, put it, something like that, so they know the parts are changed. And I've been doing that since the beginning. So something to think about, instead of throwing the parts in the back of your truck and them having questions. Just, you can cancel all that. So anyways, I gotta get this done. We got others to do. Let's get it. All right, all the new spark plugs are installed wherever they are. There they are. All right, so all we gotta do is get these new spark plug wires on it. I've already removed them on that side. I use one of these. There is a special tool, but I use this. Sometimes I use the smaller one. This one's actually kind of big. I also use this to remove the spark plug wires off the spark plugs. So they just come off real easy like that. So let me finish the rest of these up, and we can go ahead and get the hell out of here. I kind of want to check that engine light. And I really don't want to do the research, but I'm probably gonna do it. Just pull up the schematic real quick and find out where the DLC gets its power, what fuse powers it up, or what powers it up, and then I'll go from there. We don't have a lot of time. I don't want to spend a lot of time, guys, in the 90-degree weather. I want to get my couple jobs done a day. Not trying to be a slave. Get my jobs done a day, especially on these hot days. I just want to get them done, man, and get home in the AC and do other stuff. Maybe take a walk, whatever. Something other than this in the 90-degree weather. These 75 degree days, man, I can work all day long. All day long. 10 hours out here in the streets. Yeah, at 56 years old. I still got a little bit of energy, though, so thank God for that. All right, guys. Let's get some new ones on there. Yeah. All right. I remember years ago, man, where I used to put on spark plugs. Not a lot of times because I learned fast, but I was like looking at these spark plugs. I said, man, these don't look like these. These don't even have the same metal. Yeah, I didn't know you could pull these damn things off. Yeah, that's one of those rookie mistakes. So you can just pull them off, man, and stick them on here. That way you have your protector, because it's going to get hot around here. That's what that's for. It's to keep it protected from the heat from the exhaust manifold. So yeah, guys, got to put those back on, guys. So there's a lot of guys that think that. That's why I'm mentioning it right now. I said, man, take those damn steel things off the spark plugs. Yeah, a lot of guys I've hired. They all do the same thing. Well, most of them do. What the hell was that? Another tool. I think I've lost a lot of tools this week, just because my toolbox has been a mess, and then the devastation yesterday. So anyways, let me pop these on here, man, and let's get to the next, and we'll figure out what we're going to do next. We're going to figure out what we're going to do next, okay? All right, we got 4 brand new spark plug wires, guys. Let's put them on. and the protectors, the heat shields. All right, once you get your wires installed and spark plugs tight, all of them are tight. When you put your wires on, you make sure you don't have that twisted over on the manifold like a lot of guys do, you know? Just make sure they're even, they're not near the manifold all the way on both sides of the motor. Sometimes when you go too fast, you neglect it, you just popping on wires and you're not really paying attention of where the wires are sitting. So just kind of make sure the wire's not touching the manifold. Okay. And yeah, guys, that's it, man. Let's I tell you what, I don't know, let's get to the next one. Matter of fact, let's just go ahead and get on the scan tool and see if we can find out where that fuse is so I can read trouble codes. All right, let's go in here. I already broke out my scan tool over there. Let's go ahead and check pin 16 because that's going to be my power. Let's just see if there's any power on 16 there. I don't think there's going to be. I think this is 16 right here. Yeah, I ain't got no power there, but I ain't got no power on my power probe. All right, I just heard it chime over there. All right, so now we got power. So I got no voltage. All right, guys, actually, I'm on the wrong year. I got a 2008 here. Let's go to 2007. Silverado with the 5.3. It might make a difference. Silverado 1500 two-wheel drive, 5.3. And let's just type in DLC on the search. Let's go. It was not, doesn't power up. The battery voltage, ground, DLC, test tool not powering up. Not worried about that right now. I just want to find it. I'm trying to find the schematic, y'all. Where's my schematic at? Okay. It says same one. It's going to be fuse 55 on gas motors. Okay. So there's some difference. So let's go to 55 and see what's up with that. 55, where you at, baby? 55. 55 is right there. 1, 2 on the other side of the relay. 1, 2. 1, 2 on the other side of the relay, huh? I don't have a 1, 2 on the other side of the relay. I don't even have a relay over there. Let's relook at that. Oh, those are fuses. Okay, so 1, 2 after the fuse, not a relay. 1, 2, 1, 2. I got 8 volts. I got 2 volts coming out of that. Is that crazy or what? All right, so let's do something real quick. Let's do something real quick. I'm gonna do the swapperoo because I've seen that too many times on this truck already. Sure, I'm gonna get the same readings, but let's just do it because I've seen. No, actually, this is 9.8. And that's 8.4. It's about the same. So what's wrong with this fuse? Oh, it's definitely blown. I'll get another fuse in there. And we should have communication. And yes, our DLC is now working. I'm going to replace that other fuse I swapped it out with. It goes right here. Okay. Just make sure that it's not a bad fuse too. All right, we're good. And we should have voltage on our DLC now. All right, we're good. All right, guys, that problem's fixed as well. But now we can get in our scan tool and find out what kind of trouble codes we got. And engine control module, that's all I really want to see. We might do a health report too. Let's display codes. Let's see what kind of codes you got. He said the check engine light's been on for a long time. Crankshaft position sensor. Well, that's not cool. So I'll let him know about that code. He might want to take a look at that because no one wants to drive around with the crankshaft position sensor code. It could die at any moment. Let's clear the codes. We'll start it up and let's see if it comes back right away. Okay, let's do that. The extra time I put in. Guys. So maybe we can get a diagnostic and, you know, some fun stuff instead of changing all these damn parts. Change an alternator, man. Change the starter. Tired of that starter shit. No, I do them. That's my job. But I'd rather, it's the evap. The evap solenoid came up. On the Silverado, you know, charcoal canister, vent valve. It's a PO449, so it could be either one of those two more than likely, if I was guessing. So yeah, it's been on for a while, so let's not worry about it. I'll just let him know he's got a crankshaft sensor code that popped up and let him make a call on that. He'll never know when it pops back up again because the check engine light stays on. So what I think I'm going to recommend is let me go ahead and fix that vent valve solenoid control circuit, that P0449, and that way I can get that check engine light off for him. And that way, when the crankshaft sensor does come back faults again, he'll know because the check engine light will pop back on. So yeah, it's nice to have the check engine light off, especially when you got a good running vehicle. All vehicles, but man, take care of your vehicles, guys. We're done. I'm gonna put it back together again. We're down the road. We're gonna go do a Nissan Murano, I think. It's got some kind of electrical issue going on, like limp mode, misfiring. I forget which one, but I think it's a misfire. So let's go check that out. Looks like we're doing tune-up stuff today. But he's got the spark plugs changed out on it already. So, is there a camera over there? That's where the truck was parked. Let's just see. Yeah, he's got a security camera. He's got a security camera right there. That's cool. I need more. I need one in my window. I'm gonna wave. Do a little break dancing. and yeah, so I need more in my house too. I'm trying to get one up my front steps because about 3 weeks ago, 3 guys tried to get into my house. About 3 weeks ago, they had hoodies on, and you know, cops came by and stuff. I had videoed them, so I had one of my cameras on them. Didn't really get a good view of them, but yeah, cops said that happens all the time. These youngsters just try to open up doors and walk on in and get shot and get blasted for some stupid shit, to get a PlayStation. Anyways, that happened 3 weeks ago. So yeah, man, I'm pro security camera. Get security cameras. All right, guys, let's get down the road. You ready to go, Ace? Let's get it. All right, guys, for those of you who are wondering how much much a job would cost, you know, a job like this, just replacing spark plugs and some wires on this 5.3 liter motor, 2008 Silverado. The bill, looking at it now, is coming up to $393. Spark plug wires is about $60 plus tax. You got almost $103 in spark plugs alone. And the labor, I got $224 for driving 35 minutes here. I got to go back. It's 35 back. You know, go to the parts store, pick up parts. You know what I'm saying? And I do that labor. And that job was not easy. That number 7 spark plug is a pain in the ass. I mean, you got to lean over the trunk. You know, you got to jump on the engine. So, $200 is pretty damn fair for that job. And I know I've been here 2.5 hours. I don't know how long I've been here. I've been here for a couple hours, for sure. So, and my little extra running. So yeah, I think that's pretty fair. $393 is what the bill turned out to be. I only made like $200 off the job. Still have to put $20 in gas. Buy me a Coke. You know, so I made under $200 off this job for about 2.5 hours of my time. It's not bad. So the shops would have hit them really, really hard on a job like that. Hell, I've seen some of these shops when I talk to customers and say, yeah, man, I just paid $400 to change the thermostat in that truck. $400 at a shop that,